Okay, so let's go over the system and the process. We're buying in bulk, and one thing that's important to understand is when you buy hundreds of properties at a time, you buy them in as is, where is condition. You don't really get to make a lot of negotiation over what properties are on the tapes. You just see the tape. If you like the price and the discount, you close the transaction. Now, many of you guys might be saying, well, 20,000, I might be able to go out and get a bank-owned property for 10 or 15. Well, one thing you need to know, and it's an extremely important concept, is that bank-owned properties come with a lot of liens and back taxes and various forms of payments that are going to need to be brought into balance. Okay, so when we buy bulk, we go in and we do the research, title research, and find out, are there any back taxes owed? Is there a water lien? Are there any utility liens? Is there a construction lien? Somebody that was trying to rehab this property and didn't have enough money to pay contractors, so now there's a construction lien on the property. So it could be any number of things, but by the time you add all that up, you could be into $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, who knows? But it's going to certainly drive the price up and could drive your margin down. So make sure that you know that there are going to be liens on some of these properties, okay? And what we deliver with our system and our process is we deliver a lien-free property. Our company takes care of all back taxes owed and all liens so that you get a lien-free property and a clean property, okay? Now, the second step in the process after we buy bulk and pay all the liens is we're going to survey the area. We're going to go in and find out what is the market rent and what are the average selling prices of homes in that market. And those two things are going to indicate to us what we can sell the property for. And that's why there's a range of $300 to $400 per month or $35,000 to $40,000 face value of our notes, okay? The next thing we do is we take photos and we install in a combo lockbox on the property to secure the property. And the fourth thing is, after you've come in and purchased your property, we're going to place the for sale signs that market the easy terms, $500 down, low monthly payments. We'll also take all the incoming calls and qualify the buyers. You don't have to do any of that. Essentially, we have a team set up to execute what we call the sales service package, which includes all these things. We'll set up, write the installment sale contract for you. Once we have a qualified buyer that we've screened and ensured that they are paying market rent of, let's say, $550 for more than 12 months, then we absolutely know they'll be able to afford to pay the $350 a month. It really just helps to secure your investment, ensure that we're dealing with a quality buyer. After we've screened them, we set up the contracts, we sign and execute the contracts, forward them to you to have those signed and notarized and reviewed with your attorney. Then we connect you with a national note servicing company to make life really easy. You nominate the bank account where you want your direct deposits to go. The national note servicing company then begins to direct deposit those into your bank account, usually 120 days after you've wired your cash, okay? Now, at this point, you keep the note or you discount it for cash in 6 to 12 months. Totally up to you, but the returns are great either way. If you like the income, you can keep it. If you would prefer the liquidity and recouping your principal, then you can cash out and discount the performing note, and typical returns are 40 to 50%. Okay, so you've heard the process. Now let's just review the business model. Okay. You, as the investor, can purchase at less than $20,000. You're going to wire the cash to our nominated bank account that's on the purchase agreement when you buy the property, okay? Now, we go in, once we've received the cash, you own the property, okay? And we're going to start working on getting the deed to you. It typically takes 90 to 120 days to get the deed, simply because the banks are overwhelmed and they're slow and they're inefficient. We can put a rush on it if you need to, but you buy it, wire us the cash, you'll close with a purchase agreement. We'll go quickly to work on selling the property, executing the sales service package or SSP. Usually we charge $1,500 for that. For a limited time, we're waiving that and we're selling the property at no cost to our investors, even on single properties. And we'll sell it in approximately 90 days, creating the installment sale contract. Usually the properties will sell between $30,000 and $40,000 face value of the installment sale contract, which means that the monthly payments to you, monthly income to your bank account expense free, will be $300 to $400 net, all right, which is a 20% return on your cash typically. The note's secured against the property, so your principal is secure. We amortize that note over 15 to 20 years at 9.9% interest, so you can enjoy the income stream for 15 to 20 years. You've got a national note servicing company, a reputable company, collecting your monthly payments, plus escrowed tax and insurance. And again, as I said, we're waiving the cost for this sales service package, so it's a phenomenal value. You're already $1,500 ahead of the game in the black, so to speak. So I just wanted to show you guys some examples of properties, just real life sold examples. Here's one in Indianapolis. Sold this one for $350 a month on the installment contract. Sold very quickly. You can see that the properties are in good shape. They're in decent average Midwest neighborhoods. Here's one in Dayton that sold for $375 a month. It's a bigger home, 2-story home. And then even Michigan, we have a lot of investors that are a little scared of Michigan, but we'll tell you that a specific example, we had a lady that said, absolutely no Michigan, no Detroit. And then she started seeing and asking questions. Hey, I see you're moving a lot of Michigan properties. Can I just ask you, my property sold for only $325 a month. What are the ones in Michigan going for? And a lot of the ones in Michigan, because there's such demand for affordable property, that they're selling for higher amounts. So this one sold for $395 a month. And there's really no guarantee that they'll sell for the higher amounts. It just depends on the market dynamics. But Michigan's definitely a great place to sell these things. And what you have to remember is you're not buying the property. You're selling the property, and essentially you're buying an income stream, and you are in first lien position as a performing note holder. Great place to be in today's market.